Hi, I'm so glad that you're here to hang out with me. My name is Julia. I'm with Julia Sue's Stamping. Today I am going to bring you a fun project that is not a card. I love to do different types of paper crafts. Some of my friends are incredibly good at making treat holders and different types of boxes, things like that. I try my hand at those as well as cards and scrapbooking. Today it is a piece of art. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Everything I will show you today, except for the frame for the art piece, is Stampin' Up! So I hope you're ready to grab your favorite beverage, maybe even a snack, settle in, and let's get started. All right, so today's project, like I said, is an art piece. Here are the things I'm using to create this art piece, where it's going to have a little bit of memento black ink. We do have some embellishments. Let's see, these are the ombre matte decorative dots, and also the iridescent pearls, basic pearls. I'm using the designer series paper today, the Thoughtful Journey rather, and I love this paper. For this art piece, you want to use kind of the abstract one, not the one so much that has something you can recognize, but something that's a little bit more abstract. It will work perfectly for what we are doing. I've got a lighter sheet here and one that's a little bit darker. So maybe if people are watching, they can let me know which they would prefer me to use. I don't know. I haven't been able to decide. I've also got some basic white, some misty moonlight, a little bit of scrap paper of fresh freesia, mossy meadow, and scrap paper of some basic white as well. The stamp set that I'm going to be using is the Grateful Blessing, and I'm going to be using these words, "You're such a blessing." There's someone in all of our lives, I'm sure, that we can let them know how much we appreciate the things they do for us and how helpful they are, how much we appreciate them. And so that's what this is for today, as well as some dies. So I'll be using the cut and emboss machine. This is a die from the Spotlight on Nature dies, and I love it because it's got this whole set has some beautiful elements that go around the circles, and then also the Thoughtful Wishes die cuts that go with the stamp set Thoughtful Wishes. So I'll be using these two in particular. Setting these things aside then and getting started. Starting off with the piece of the Misty Moonlight, and this piece has been cut. My art is going to end up being 4x6, so this has been cut 4x6, and then I'm going to have a mat of some basic white in there, and I believe, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe this is cut 3x5. I'll have the exact measurements up on my blog, so I don't remember that right off the bat what it is, but everything will be up on my blog. All right, and then the art piece. So you can see it will be framed perfectly by the white. So let's see, should it be the lighter piece or the darker one? I am not 100% sure which I should use. But how about if I go ahead and use some adhesive and get that white mat down onto the blue. No matter what, we do want to get that going. And I will put it into the center, and I think I'm going to use the lighter one. So some adhesive on the back of that, and then placing it, let's see, I want it to be blue up. And the orangish colors, the green colors down toward the bottom. Okay, I'm happy with that. I think that looks beautiful. All right, I have cut with the scrap and the Spotlight on Nature. Thanks to video, I already have that all cut out. And using the Memento Tuxedo Black ink, I'm going to ink up the sentiment of the "You're Such a Blessing." tap, tap, tap on there, and then because it is photopolymer, I'm going to put a pierce mat behind to give the stamp a little bit of give while I'm stamping it down. I can see that it's not quite as covered as I want it to be, so I'm going to get on there a little bit more. That's better. Okay, I can see that's a little bit better. And now I'm going to press it down, a nice firm press, and lifting it up. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and set those aside. That's the only stamping on this project. And then I'm going to go ahead and put some adhesive on there. I can put the pierce mat aside and put this up. I want it toward the top, and since it's cursive, it doesn't have to be so perfect on there. Now I can see that it still didn't go quite as dark as I would like, and so a good little cheat for that is to take a black Stampin' Write marker and get these just a little bit darker the way I want them to be. And now I'm going to do this L too, a little bit on this E. Let's see, the S is just a little bit darker, I think. On the G. Okay, that's a lot better. Okay, sometimes that happens. The stamps just don't stamp quite as dark as we'd like. And that's okay. All right, I'm a lot happier with that. That's good. Okay. Closing up the pen with the scraps of the fresh freesia and the mossy meadow, as well as these two dies, like I had said, running them through the cut and emboss machine. And thanks to the magic of video, I have them all done here. I've got 2 of the fresh freesia done, and I have 2 of the mossy meadow all complete. And what I'm going to do is use a little bit of the adhesive and put them down onto the art piece. So a little bit of the green glue and a little bit will go a long way. I could have put adhesive sheets behind these to make them really easy to stick down, but I want to be able to move them just a little bit once I get them down, because I might want to put them in a little different of a spot. And the glue adhesive allows me to do that. Like that, a little bit of adhesive here and there on the back of that piece. And now I'm going to place it onto the art piece. Now it's not going to be completely glued down, and that's okay, because we're going to put it into a frame and that will help press it down for us. Next, the other piece. And getting the adhesive onto the back of that, just a little bit here and there. Doesn't have to be an awful lot, just enough to help keep it where we want it to be. There we go. And then placing this one down as well, so it overlaps our sentiment piece just a little bit. And then for the stems, and a little bit of adhesive on there. Okay, I think I'll get just a little bit over on this side. All right, now this is where I really like to have a little bit of movement. Being able to set it down. I'm putting it right on top of the fresh freesia piece. That's going to help add a little bit of height to it and give it a little bit more dimension. And because I'm using the adhesive, there's time to move it where I want it to be. So I'm going to go ahead and set that over there and moving this top little bit here getting it down where we want it to be as well. Perfect. Just a little bit of adhesive right here because I can see it sticking up just a tiny bit. Place it down. There. Okay, so you can see how it allows the thistles to look more like thistles. Just with the pretty purpley color, purpley pink. And I take our puppers for walks out in fields and see a lot of thistles. And they look just like this with the purpley pink out on top. So, and then the last one, here we go. The designer series paper is the Thoughtful Journeys. And you could use a lot of different designer series paper with this kind of art. The meandering meadows would be really pretty as well. And I like the abstract pieces for this especially, though, the ones that don't particularly look like a field or something like that. Just the ones that have the kind of just muted colors and things like that in there. So placing this down on top, just like I did with the other piece, and I will allow that to be a layered look so that it adds a little bit more dimension, and then kind of lightly tap all these little pieces down so that they're onto the base of the fresh freesia that's already down there to be the color of the flower. And I think I got most of them. Yep, that looks pretty good. And sometimes it's not going to be perfect, and that's okay because it's a handmade item, so it's all right. Just a little bit down here to help cover that piece. And there we go. Okay, good. So now we've got that on there, and I'm really happy with how that art piece looks. I'm going to go ahead and put a few embellishments on. You can add more leaves behind here if you like, and I did that to begin with, and then I thought I really liked the clear space. I liked having somewhere for the eye to rest, that there wasn't something everywhere that you looked. So I got rid of the leaves up at the top, because I just thought it was nice to have it looking really pretty like that. So one of the reasons why I am showing this designer series paper is because it is on sale right now with Stampin' Up. They have 15% off, and I'm gonna put from the ombre set, I think a little piece right here, and I think one, did I drop it? I was busy looking. There we go. That would work out well. And I think one more blue right there. Okay. So, isn't that pretty? Different looks on there, and a really pretty piece of art to give to a friend. So now I'm going to go ahead and place it into a frame that I happen to have, which should go the opposite way that I started to put it on, apparently. And put that inside there. Okay, this little piece comes out. There. All right. Now, how quick and easy is that? A gift for a friend, something to give to someone to let them know about what a blessing they have been to you and how much they've helped you with things. I also did it with a Blackberry Bliss background, and I did not do the white matte behind. So you see I have a little bit of a darker one here. And with this one, I used the purple fine shimmer gems to decorate up at the top and the bottom here with the embellishments. You can see how that worked. With the black frame I just happened to have on hand at home here. And then I also had this wood one. And I thought this would look really pretty, but a little bit of a lighter kind of color on there. So, and that's it. Some art, quick and easy, using designer series paper. That's it. I hope you enjoyed seeing how to do some quick and easy art pieces. They came together very fast and it was really fun. I'll have all the details on my website, on my blog, so please be sure you check it out. And please give the video a thumbs up. I really appreciate your support of my small business. It means the world to me.